Alright, so here is the brewing setup. I have my fermentation bucket with the thermometer on it. I have 10 pounds of crisp Maris Otter malt, 1 pound of, I believe it's a 20 Lava Bond crystal malt. I have my Safo SO4 dry ale yeast, my 1 ounce of Cascade hops, 1 ounce of Simcoe hops, the Irish moss, notebook to keep records, got my thermometer, a knife just in case I need it, got my music, very important, I have my mash tun, and I have my water going. We're waiting on that to heat up right now. This is my B-Right solution for my sanitation. I did the 1 tablespoon to 1 gallon, and I'm just using that to clean. That's still warming up. I also grabbed my hydrometer and my graduated cylinder so that I can take that reading and record it, just so we know where we're at on ABV, or at least potential ABV. Yeah. Alright, so just getting to mash temperature right now, 170, that's gonna be my strike. So it should come down to about 150-ish. Hopefully, 153. 148 to 153 whenever I do that. So I'm just gonna turn this. I turned it off. I'm going to turn it on the low just so it stays kind of warm while I'm doing the mash, the dough in. Okay. So I'm just gonna get about 3 gallons of this into my mash tun, and then I'll start doughing in. I am by myself, so most of this isn't going to be action shots. It's just going to be kind of telling you what I'm doing. Like I'm going to be doughing in right now. So I'm going to start off with my Maris Otter, my 10 pounds, and then I'm going to switch over to the crystal malt. And then I'll add the rest of the water, or most of the water I mean, and then let the mash sit for a while, keep temp up, and then I will sparge. Okay, so right now I just mashed in the 11 pounds of grain that I had. Took a little bit more water than I originally wanted to. I'm probably gonna have to heat up some more water, but yeah, right now we're sitting at about 149, 150 on this mash, and that should hold for the next next while. I'll probably pull off some water and keep it hot while I bring the rest up for the sparge. But yeah, so we got the mash going. Alright, so I just stole a little bit of the wort out of the mash tun, and I'm going to do an iodine test, just make sure all the starch is converted. It's getting right about to an hour of mashing, and that's about what I thought it would take. I kept it consistent around about 47 to 50 or 147 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So it should be pretty set by now, and that's mostly the beta amylase range. So hopefully it's going to be a little bit of a drier blonde ale. And I do like the color of it. As you can see, it's not in that little pool. It looks a little dark, but that may just be the camera. To the naked eye, it actually looks nice. I think it's going to be a nice, like really, really light blonde ale. But, we'll see once we sparge it. But let's just check with the iodine. Yeah. So here, it looks like it needs a little bit longer. Definitely needs a little bit longer. But, that's fine. Probably go another 15 minutes or so. Alright, so doing the iodine test again, just to check, make sure all these starches are converting, and they are. So it's time to sparge now. Alright, so I'm starting the sparging process right now. We're draining off some. Got a little lid back here we're going to put on top, just like in your videos, so it has better disbursement. And I got water ready at about 170 degrees, ready to go. Alright, now I'm going to do that because I'm by myself. So we're going to sparge right now. I got some water over here that I'm willing to wash it with. And I have some more water in the pot that I'm going to wash it with as well. I'm just going to do a continuous sparge. I'm going to get on that though. Alright, so I'm currently firing up the kettle to get it up to a boil, and then I'm going to add my hops in with the hop schedule that I provided on my recipe analysis, which is going to be what, 0.5 ounces of Cascade at 60 minutes, and then it's going to be what, 0.5 of Cascade and 0.5 of Simcoe at 20 minutes. And 15 minutes we're going to do the Irish Moss, and then add the Whirlpool, which I'm preparing now. I'm preparing my little cold bath. We're gonna do the rest of that Simcoe, so the rest of the 0.5 ounces of that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it all on video. We'll see. But if I can, I will. All right, so we're up to a rolling boil now. It's 5:55, so I'm gonna add in my the bittering. It's only 0.5 ounces of Cascade. I don't really want it to be too bitter. I'm hoping this comes out good. I don't know, it might end up being not bitter enough because the next hop isn't going until 20 minutes. So, but you know, experimentation, we'll see. Yeah, so put those in. Alrighty. So I'm currently in the process of cooling down my wort. It came out a little bit darker than I was hoping. I thought that might happen with that crystal malt, but you know, what are you gonna do? Can't change it now. But it may be a little bit higher on the SRM scale than I originally wanted it to. I got my yeast pitched with a little bit of the wort. It's active, it's alive, so that's gonna be good. Yeah, next stage will be fermenting. All right, now that we've whirlpooled this, and it's, oops, thermometer went off. Well, now that it's whirlpooled and it's just below 90 now, I'm gonna put it into ferment. I'm gonna filter it off. I'm gonna use this Pyrex measuring cup, and then my little mesh filter here, because I did not get a funnel with a screen. So this is gonna be a slow and arduous process, but gotta get those hops out, right? All right, cool. All right, now that that is all filtered out per my mess, I'm gonna add in my yeast now. Nice yeast. She foamed up really good. Should be good. I'm gonna add that in. Give her a stir. And then I'll take a hydrometer reading, and then I'll let it ferment. Yep. Alright, so on this hydrometer reading, it came out to about 1.045. I got that down here, and we're looking at an expected final of about, I'm actually going to change that to about, I'm just going to do the BJCP. It's a 1.008 to a 1.013. So potential alcohol there. I'll do the math real quick and I'll get back to you. Okay, so what I figured out is that if the final gravity does go all the way down to 1.008, then our alcohol level will be 4.8%. If it goes down lower than that, it can get all the way up to 5.9% if it goes all the way to 1. But I don't expect it to do that with the maltose in there and all that. But yeah, so I'm about to lid this thing up and let it sit in the corner of my room for a week and a half-ish. A week, probably. I think this yeast will work pretty quick, so a week, most likely.